The story of Israel, a land of ancient glory, modern triumphs, and ongoing conflict. The story of Israel is one of deep historical roots, religious significance, and complex political struggles. Located on the eastern edge of the Mediterranean Sea, Israel has been a focal point for the three major monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It all began thousands of years ago, when the region was known as Canaan. According to the Hebrew Bible, God made a covenant with Abraham, promising him and his descendants this very land. Abraham's grandson, Jacob, later known as Israel, had 12 sons, whose descendants became the 12 tribes of Israel. The tribes established themselves in the land, forming the foundation of the Jewish people. Around 1000 BCE, the tribes united under King Saul. His successor, King David, established Jerusalem as the capital, and his son Solomon built the first temple, a central place for Jewish worship. However, the kingdom eventually split into two, the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. This division made the land vulnerable to invasions, and in 586 BCE, the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar conquered Jerusalem, destroyed the first temple, and exiled many Jews. The return from exile marked the building of the Second Temple, which stood as a symbol of Jewish perseverance. But in 70 CE, after a Jewish revolt, the Romans destroyed this temple too, leading to the Jewish diaspora. Jews were scattered across the world for almost 2,000 years. The yearning for a return to their ancestral homeland persisted, and by the late 19th century, the Zionist movement began promoting the idea of a Jewish state. Waves of Jewish immigrants settled in Palestine, then part of the Ottoman Empire. After World War I, the British took control of the region and supported the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people through the Balfour Declaration. Tensions, however, grew between Jewish and Arab communities. The horrors of the Holocaust during World War II, which saw the extermination of 6 million Jews, intensified the call for a Jewish homeland. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a plan to partition Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem as an international city. The Jewish community accepted the plan, but Arab leaders rejected it. On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, declared the establishment of the State of Israel. This was met with immediate hostility as neighboring Arab countries, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq, invaded the new state, launching the First Arab-Israeli War. Israel not only survived but expanded its territory beyond the UN's proposed borders. This victory came at a cost, as hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced, giving rise to the ongoing Palestinian refugee crisis. In the following decades, Israel and its Arab neighbors engaged in several wars. The 1967 Six-Day War was a pivotal moment. Israel captured the West Bank, Gaza Strip, Sinai Peninsula, and Golan Heights. Jerusalem, which had been divided, came under full Israeli control, making it the nation's proclaimed, eternal, and undivided capital. The war changed the landscape of the Middle East and set the stage for future conflicts over land, refugees, and national identity. Efforts toward peace have been sporadic. In 1979, Egypt became the first Arab nation to sign a peace treaty with Israel, followed by Jordan in 1994. The Oslo Accords of the 1990s brought hopes of a two-state solution, but ongoing violence and failed negotiations hindered progress. Today, Israel stands as a thriving nation known for its technological advancements, scientific achievements, and diverse society. Yet, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains one of the most complex and long-standing disputes in modern history. The issues of Israeli settlements, Palestinian statehood, and security concerns continue to spark debates, protests, and cycles of violence. Despite these challenges, Israel's story is one of resilience and survival. From its ancient roots as a kingdom to its modern identity as a state, Israel remains a land of deep significance and unresolved history. Its future, intertwined with the aspirations of its neighbors, holds the promise and hope for peace, yet it remains uncertain.